Okay, so today's piece is Vertical Thoughts by Feldman. Actually, Vertical Thoughts 4 for solo piano. It's one page of music. You can kind of see it's similar to the last piece we looked at, piano piece 1964. This is from 1963, and here there's not as quite a diversity of note values. There's just the note head and the grace note and fermatas and notes with fermatas, I believe. So this is sort of like he's leaving his grid paper piece period. We covered one of his grid paper pieces on the channel already. If you're curious about that notation, that was the King of Denmark for percussion. So he's moving away from that. He's trying to do a similar thing, but with nothing but conventional notation symbols. Okay, so there's not much on this piece specifically, but as for this Vertical Thoughts series, it seems to be for varying instrumentations. Vertical Thoughts 1, I think, is for two pianos. Yeah, and then Vertical Thoughts 2 is for Vertical Thoughts 2 is for violin and piano. Vertical Thoughts 3 is for soprano and ensemble. That's a mixed ensemble of flute, horn, trumpet, trombone, tuba, two percussionists, piano, violin, cello, double bass. So that's a weird one. And then after that, he did Vertical Thoughts 4, which is for solo piano. So the only commonality between all four of them is that there's a piano in the ensemble. Vertical Thoughts 5 is for soprano, tuba, percussion, celesta, violin. So it's sort of like a subset of the Vertical Thoughts 3 ensemble. There's no piano in that one, but there is celesta. And I think that's it. I don't see a Vertical Thoughts 6, so. And they're all written in 1963, so it's kind of interesting. The rate at which he's producing pieces is pretty high. I'll put a link to, like, I'm going to be listening to a recording today. I'll put a link to that in the video description. And I'll let you know what I think about this. I can't remember. I think it's just a 2-minute one. Yeah, it's like super short. So we're just gonna have a listen and I'll let you know what I think. Um, yeah. Okay, yeah, this thing is really cool. Hopefully this episode is not too much longer than the piece itself. Um, what I really like about it is the pedaling is kind of dynamic and interesting, and it's really informed by the just the use of open ties, right? I also like how the fermatas manage to break up the piece into different phrases, and some of them are just one note long, and other phrases are like 10 different chords. Um, it has a sort of like randomness to it in terms of like how, like what we're focusing on, what we're giving space and time to. Seems kind of random. And yeah, it's cool.